caught a little bit less than what Midnight was going to, because I saw Midnight was getting like 19s and 20s or whatever. We were going like 16s, 17s.
That's kind of weird. I think that's random.
I'm just ignoring that Gingy. What do you call it?
Jinjo.
Is it Gingy? Okay. Gingy didn't sound right to me.
What I find, like, what I want to try to do someday, I still want to do my game show idea. And I just got, like, a inspiration by doing this, where, like, we could have save states set for, like, certain challenges. And that would be part of the game show, is like, okay, now beat this minigame. Like, we jump into an old game and try to beat a minigame as part of the challenge. I don't know how this game show would work. It's such a bizarre concept in my head.
It would be really hard too, because some people might not be able to adapt to like controls that they've never played or anything.
Yeah.
There are people who do like game showy things. It's not really a show. It's just like a little one-off challenge thing. Like name that video game song first. Like we both just buzz in or whatever, or like name that anime opening. Like that would be fun to do.
Well, that's what I want to do. Like I literally want to build like a Kahoot game, and then like it flips over to us like playing something, and then it like it's so over the top and so much setup for like it's gonna be Dag and Twitches or something just being like fuck like you know like I'm asking a lot for a concept. It's why I've never done it, but it was like one of the first ideas I had with Visnomadic was making a game show that's just so okay now do this. I guess like Nintendo did that, right? They had like a game show where like okay now beat Mario. And now beat this other game, like this demo that you haven't seen before.
Wasn't that from a movie? What was that movie called?
The Wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. But I think that was based on an actual event that took place.
Like the Nintendo World Champions happened once, and then they did it 2 more times, and then like 10 years later, and then never again. It was only like celebrities allowed to go in it.
Yeah, so something like that, but on like a consumable level, like on a modest level, I guess is the word.
Before I was complaining that it felt like what was it? When we said we've been playing for like an hour or something, I felt like I've been playing for 5, and now it feels like we've been playing for 2 when it's already been 3. It's very confusing.
Yeah, right.
Time is weird. Time is fucking fake as hell.
It totally is. 100% is. You should watch my time travel series. I made a time travel series.
It's like how you think 10 years ago was when like the GBA came out, but it's actually 10 years ago the 3DS came out.
That's fucked up. Don't tell me that. 10 years ago, I was... Why did I think I was 22 for a second? What the fuck? I'm not... Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I'm a mess. I'm so old.
Yeah, but we're really young. We're not old.
Yeah, I know. I know, like, technically we are young. But, like, at the same
young.
time, fucking old. Tonight.
I mean, when you get to my age, I feel like...
old.
I still feel like I'm young. Like, I still feel young. I still make the same memes and jokes I did when I was 20. In fact, I feel like I'm funnier now. But... So I don't feel old being 30. And I mean, the people who watch us are also getting older, you know? Think about it like
Yeah.
that? Okay, this one sucks. Redemption arc time, huh?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Redemption
did
arc!
it!
Redemption! I hope somebody saw that. Ancient arc, hello? At least you guys saw it.
We chop liver. I was looking.
Thanks.
I like how I changed
I
my
saw
insult
it.
depending on what you
He
wanted.
did it.
I'm just playing to always be negative too.
Ugh, Animal Crossing. My game, my island is just, every part of it is just so laggy now. It's so hard. God. But I'm so close to somewhat finishing my damn island.
Someone has to finish this. Oh,
There's also like nothing to do with Animal Crossing. You can just like walk around and talk and stuff, but like
yeah.
not much to do.
Not much to do, not much to see. Hoi, a 69, a 69.
Unless you want to just fish the entire time.
Well, yeah, that's what, like, but that's what I'm saying about Minecraft. That's how I feel about Minecraft. It's like, I don't need to build really well or, like, beat a video game. I'm just walking around, pulling some blocks. Maybe we'll go mining a little bit, but honestly, it's like...
Yeah, it's true. There's adventure, too, that you can do.
Yeah, you can make it whatever you want it to
I want you to be dead.
be. I just want to inspire it into midnight somehow. Like, secret medium.
Is it the times that we played it together? Like, was there something that just made you like completely lose interest in it?
You just never had interest in it.
Who me? No, I never had interest in it.
I mean, you played it a bit. You were,
Yeah,
you,
I'll
you were
play
really
any-
forcing yourself. You were
I'll
really
play
forcing
any-
yourself that bad. Oh man.
Not forcing me, because like I like all of you. That's why I do literally anything. Is because I'm with you, and that's why, like, just I don't know. I'm just sort of
But is there
confused
any
when it's like
aspect-
not like the same way around. Cause like I find the enjoyment out of just being together with all of you, but like the game itself, no, I don't find any enjoyment out of it.
That's just
but-
surprising me. That's so dramatic, to be honest with you. Oh god.
I find enjoyment out of talking to all of you, but like I don't think it needs to be done specifically in Minecraft. Is the thing.
I'm like, that might just be like a brain control thing, because I can't talk if there's not something happening. Like, it's hard for me to like gain focus and have a conversation if my hands aren't doing something or something's not. That's like, that's where the whole Let's Play journey came from for me. It's a great hopping off point to have a conversation. Because it's hard to like keep my attention the whole time. Well, but like, Minecraft is such a baseline game, and it's because it's so basic that it's an easy topic game. Like, you can just be talking, and like no one cares about like what's really happening in the game so much. Like, they care a little bit, like, oh, that build looks cool, or you guys are doing this. But
That doesn't even sound like a good advertisement for it. Like, nobody cares about this thing. You should play it because you're never actually going to care about what you're doing in it. Like, what does that
Well,
mean?
I mean, Chris is
When you
trying
get-
to.
when you
I
get
think
to a
Chris is
certain
like selling
level.
it poorly because people, when they play Minecraft, they do care about like the building and the things that
all
you can
depends
do
on
in
like
Minecraft.
what I'm saying is like.
That's like saying I like the streamer because I like to, or like I like the
Let me
show because I
finish.
just listen
It'll
to it
make
in the
sense if
background.
If you let me finish. Like, I'm saying that anyone can find any perspective of that game they want. Like, that's why I was asking you if there's something you liked about it, because there's usually something about it for each person. Like, oh, I like the building. Oh, I like the adventure. Oh, I like talking with people and jumping around, and that's me. There's many different aspects to it. But that all
You
being
like the
said,
turtle?
I like the turtle.
You like the turtle?
That all being said, like, I definitely agree that like we're getting very far away from linear games in general. And it seems like Nintendo's answer is to be just play the old ones.
But except it's not because they don't re-release them. They hardly
are
ever release.
in a Netflix fashion.
It took
Is
5
it just
years.
like is it just a matter that you're like impatient?
Who, me?
Like, cause it's coming out like at a pace that they are ready to release it. It's not like they're like being lazy about it. Like, why?
Oh my god.
Am I saying something bad? Maybe I shouldn't say it. Then.
No, I got a crummy email. But no, it's like when you're, I guess it's like when looking in comparison to all the other like consoles that have these online stores or databases or whatever, and compared to Nintendo, like it's waiting. None of them have you wait half a decade to get this stuff up and running. And like the other thing with Nintendo is that it is always problematic when it does release, like either the pricing or just the quality of it all, because they don't know how to do online stuff or digital stuff, because they're always like a generation behind in terms of technology.
Well, that's a financial incentive idea, though. I mean, I don't think they're doing anything inherently wrong. Oh my god, I don't remember.
Quick, hold the clip button.
Clip it.
Is that Tip Top?
I think it was then blue. Like, I feel like Nintendo's pricing plans and everything like that is coming from a perspective, like, I mean, to be fair with you don't pay for that. Like,
They don't need to know that.
Nintendo doesn't need to know. To me, it seems like a great deal. Sounds like a wonderful deal.
Yeah, like for someone getting it now, I would say yeah, it's a good deal. But I'm talking about like us who got the Switch half a decade ago and have been waiting for like all this stuff and whatnot.
Well, it's like, Nintendo didn't release the Switch to make a virtual console too. I think that's where you're failing to realize. Like, does PlayStation, Xbox make these new consoles just so you can play the old console games? Like,
They have. Don't they have like a thing where they just make it available, like anything that you had in an old console, you transfer it over to the new one?
Xbox does, but I mean, the problem is that people don't want those games.
Yeah, I know. It's like we could never have like a universal. Like Nintendo has the games, but they don't like implement them. Xbox does have all the features, but they don't have anything that people actually
But
want.
you're like forgetting like what these companies are. Xbox is Microsoft. Microsoft made every computer system aside from your Apple computers. Like they have a full understanding of network infrastructure. Nintendo made video games, and that's it. And that's all.
Can I interrupt you guys for a second? If I go to my homepage, it's what?
If you go to your
What?
No, if I go to my homepage and look at the clip, is that gonna interrupt this game?
Did you screen record it with like the captions?
I clipped it!
Oh my god.
I think
I
I'm
don't
missing
know.
one.
I don't know. Chat, what do you think it is?
I don't think chat's gonna answer.
Maybe just
Blue.
Light blue.
I guess I could just play it again. I can't remember what it was. Was
Light
it this
blue.
one? Probably not. Damn, I was wrong.
You're losing health.
All right, I'll watch.
Okay.
Let me see what this.
But like PlayStation, like also like they had like their woes of not like having backwards compatibility. But I think you're trying to tackle like an overall bigger problem is that there's no way to like maintain old media and like old content, and it like falls into the obscurity of like copyright and stuff like too. It's not just like Nintendo doesn't want to release
But like,
60
what was
games
the
to play.
what was the Wii Virtual Console then? What was that? Why was that okay? And why was that possible back then?
Because people didn't want it then. That's the irony
That-
of it. The
that's-
more people
that
want it, the
doesn't make
more
sense.
that. The
I
more
know it's the artificial scarcity. Like
No, not just that.
whatever,
Don't think of just Nintendo's big old villain. Like
They are though.
think about a licensing idea, right? If I own a game and suddenly people want to play my game and I have the licensing right to it, but they didn't care about it back in the 90s, it's like whatever. But then suddenly this game becomes back in popularity, and now Nintendo's knocking at my door like, "Hey, we need your licensing."
Oh shit!
Again. That's gonna, like, how much do you? Here, let me get you some health, ma'am.
I was about to go try to find health, but I ended up touching that thing. My bad.
Okay.
I also just don't understand, like, well, I mean, I understand it, but it's just like so. You call Nintendo, you say that Nintendo is a villain because of the way they do things, but then you always support them by buying the things that they put out.
Yeah.
So you can't.
We live in a society. It's all our fault.
You
because
can't,
we
but you
allow
can't
it.
complain if you're always going to be giving them the
know.
money for them to do the way they do it, right?
You're absolutely right. I'm gonna do it anyway. Though.
See, that's why it's good to be. That's why I like not being a gamer, because then I don't have to like. I feel like because I'm so casual about it and as a whole, like if things are like not being given when they want to, like when I want them to be, then it's like I'm not going to like get fussed about it, you know?
Ultimately, you can make an argument about anything. Like, you could be like, Netflix does things the wrong way, and like, Amazon does everything the wrong way, and Walmart does things the wrong way. It, like, any corporate that makes more than $1 million a year does everything wrong. You know, like, it's hard to draw the lines on that stuff, and it's hard for me to, like, join those conversations, because I'm like, what's your end goal? Like, what's your point? Because you can't change it. We live in a society. Like, what do you want? Like, what's the end goal of this argument?
I want to know how this started. This all came from just you complaining
Minecraft.
again about me not liking Minecraft. Like,
Oh no, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not roasting you in this statement that I'm saying. I'm just saying in general. Like, this is like generally like a something I see online
that's also
a lot.
that is a good question. Like, what the fruit is my angle? Because like, I'm not in control of like the entire population because I don't know if they're gonna be happy if like my idea works out for me. Like, I don't know if they're gonna be happy with it.
Well,
And
like, I guess it was like the
I'm
right
also-
point of like the cost of Nintendo Online. It's like, yeah, but like you didn't pay for it. So I mean, like, what does it matter?
I'm sorry, Chris.
No, that's not bad. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. For me, I'm like, I very much like this, like, not even just gaming, in life in general. I'm just like,
I just
grateful for what I have, and I just like don't. I try not. I can complain, but at the same time, I'm like, I like, especially when it comes to games, like I have games that I can play. I can like, if there's
Yeah,
anything I'm
but-
waiting on, I can just like hold off, whatever. You
And
know?
the play on Midnight side in this part, I mean, like everyone has something that they're like, you know,
yeah,
upset about,
of course,
you know,
of
in
course.
general.
No, I think it's just like the thing that it's because Nintendo will be forgiven for literally ever anything. Like, because I still have like the bitterness of the Wii U era in which they were not letting anyone make content of anything of their products or whatever, and then everyone was against them during that time. And then as soon as Nintendo started reaching out to like the big creators and like collaborating with them, they all went silent with it because they all wanted to like stay on good terms with Nintendo. And then when they eventually laid off with the stinking content ID claim thing, everyone was like congratulating Nintendo and like saying they were like amazing and everything like that. And like it shouldn't have happened in the first place. So like it's not really something they should be praised for necessarily. But like forgiven, sure, but like I like the idea of them
it's
like
one of those
being
things,
considered
though,
that they
like,
did something
like,
brilliantly amazing when like literally every other company didn't have this issue of just like being allowed to play a thing.
I don't know
the way
if
that
you're
you wanted
reading
to.
that saying like, oh my god, Nintendo, you're the best. Like, I've never read anybody say this, you know, like...
I did. I obviously I can't pull up these sources right now because like they were just random tweets on the timeline.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's the same thing. People are just like, they're probably not in the conversation. They're probably Sylvia level, where they're just like, whatever.
I think it's really just a matter of like, if you don't agree with how these people are acting, like just don't. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter if you feel that you have an issue with how Nintendo handle it, then you just should stop supporting Nintendo, right? It doesn't like you can't like it's like me saying like I don't support Chick-fil-A because they support like homophobic like anti-LGBT stuff, but people are still gonna eat it. I'm not gonna be like, why are you guys still eating it even if they're doing it? Like I don't like you can't stop people from thinking the way they want to think, right? It's just like you just have to personally just uphold how you feel if you really feel that strongly about it. It's not a matter of like these people said something, but then they like immediately like take back what they said because like they got something of what they wanted.
I guess the best example is like upholding being a vegetarian. Same idea, right? Like you can't tell everybody to stop eating meat.
I don't.
No, and you don't
do that.
And you don't. But that's what I'm saying.
That's the point.
It's the same mindset. Like these people are like. These people have things of gripes against like Nintendo, but now they don't anymore. But I don't understand why that's the case and like why like they shouldn't be forgiven that easily or something like that. It's just how people's minds are. A lot of content creators get called out like very harshly, but then like after time goes on, things are forgotten and they're still thriving. It's like that's just how we live in a society, man. It's just how it is.
I think we all agree,
it's just,
though. Yeah. Like, you can't... Nobody can... Not everybody's gonna be pleased no matter what you do. That's the end result of that. Oh. Come on! Please.
69.
Bro.
Just do it when it's... Are you okay?
I'm just trying to beat this level before we wrap. I mean, like...
we have one more.
Or are we there yet? I feel like we don't have enough conversations like these, but it always feels like it gets a little heated. But I mean, the point is all in agreement in the most point. I mean, companies are bad, but how you adjust to that is your own vocation. Like
so that's why I choose not to play Minecraft or support Minecraft because it leads to conversations like this. That's the moral of the story.
We might harp on you, but in the end, we're not gonna force you to play it either. At least I don't think Chris is forcing you to play it. I don't think anyone can force you to play it.
He has my wife and kids.
He has your wife and kids. What?
I just like it's one of those things that I wish I could like give him my inspiration of like what I love about it. But it's just
but like in the end, like even if there isn't like any personal ties, like personal reasons as to why he wouldn't play, like he might just not. You just might not like that sort of game. You might not like a building game. You might not like a pixel blocky looking game. You might not like a first person type of game. You might not. There's reasons. Not everyone likes.
Yeah,
Minecraft,
that's why I love like the finding out the why of things because like there are a gajillion people who say Minecraft or Banjo-Kazooie is their favorite game, but I want to know the why specifically. What did it do for you specifically? And that's why I like learning about people, and that's why I play it with all of you because I like all of you. And that's the gist of it. Is like I enjoy your existence on this planet, and I would hope that like I could share stuff with you in the future as well. And like even if you're not super jazzed about the thing in question, like hopefully like just the togetherness is just as enjoyable for you as it is for me. And like I want to learn how I can make it enjoyable for everyone, and if I could just be a better host, be a better person, and whatnot.
You and me have the same problem of like always trying to make sure everyone's entertained at all times. Goodbye.
You okay?
My brother died. It's okay.
Oh, that was. I thought that was you. I thought you sneezed
No.
Like you ran away and sneezed. Okay.
My brother. It sounded like he just dropped a fork. It's fine.
Okay.
We each have that same problem of like trying to entertain the people that we're with and like making sure that they have a good time. And that's probably why we bond so closely, because we literally are that same person. We're just kind of like perpetually doing it to each other. Where's that last? I know that there's like a few more jiggies, and they're like in the swamp area. I just cannot remember where that was. They're in the swamp water. And I had one more jiggy to get, right? I don't know. Which one do I get?
So I think you guys talked about it before, but when is Chris going to be playing Idolmaster? Is that something that's happening?
Yeah, I want to do it. The idea that Midnight has is that he wants to do the camera mode, and I'd be in for that. I'd do it.
I don't know what that
Just
means,
because he's
but-
like, because he's photo savvy, and then
A
that'd be a good.
photosynthesis.
Oh, you just want him to take pictures? Is that what it is?
Like, you know,
That's my
remember when
photo
you
eye.
during the first stream where like you can go into photo mode and like edit stuff like with new Pokemon Snap sort of.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking like I want to do like a ranking video where I rank all the idols, and I feel like that would be good like background footage. Is like when I'm talking about a specific idol, he could be
Oh,
editing a
shit.
photo with that idol specifically or something.
Oh, I see.
Just be mindful, I'm a pretty fast, like, angler. Like, it doesn't take me long to find an angle.
Then okay, you can get multiple photos.
20 seconds.
We got time.
How many of the music notes do you need?
Well, that all being said, Midnight, do you like this game after seeing it a little bit?
Banjo-Kazooie?
More in detail? Yeah. Not
Yeah, I've always liked it. I've always loved the aesthetic of it, and I do feel like I missed out on something that could have been like really like influential to me at a younger age, and like just because you could absorb knowledge so much better. Because I feel like I would still struggle with this a bit if playing it today, but I adore the characters and I adore this era of just creativity. And I'm glad to see it getting a resurgence, getting like additional recognition for what it did. So yeah, I'm having fun. I like it.
Think about it
Yeah,
a long
he's-
time.
It's one of those things, like, there's a curse that happens, like, if you were, like, the type of person that makes the same thing, like, the same kind of style of thing, you go into, like, obscurity, which is sad.
Yeah. It just kind of gets outplayed, I guess, and a lot of
Yeah, we're so
YouTubers are
tall.
like that. You'd be doing the same sort of thing, and then you're just like the people's interest in it just kind of teeters off.
I mean, that was, like, my entire, like, point with Visnomadic, because I thought about that, like, 10 years ago, and, like, I don't want to be stuck doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. But, honestly, like, that also sometimes does really well, to be, like, known for something.
Yeah, depends, I guess. I think like people like Binny with Bad Bitch is still doing fine, considering all he does is cook and stuff.
Yeah.
But then you see people like Rosanna Pansino, who has been doing the same sort of thing all the time and doesn't get nearly as much views as she did before in her heyday. But I mean, that could be said about a
Now
lot
she's
of
on like
people.
TV and stuff.
Yeah, she's on TV. I meant more specifically like her YouTube videos and stuff, not like putting those outside things like aside. Just how it
Yeah.
is. There's just
And-
too much. There's too much competition. There's too much things to look at.
That's also how you feel about, like, success. Like, success has changed, I feel like. Like, what do you call success? Like, I feel like Visnomadic succeeds at what I want it to be. Like, it doesn't pay for everybody's rent or anything, but, like, it's a home where we can all just, like, make stuff, and, like, it's a kind of a safe space. Like, and that's it. That's all it needs to be. If it turns into more, that's cool. But, like, it doesn't need to be any more than that. Because if I try to push it to be more than that, you know?
I was gonna say I would be worried. Did you get it all?
Yep, all done. I'm a gamer.
Oh, you got all the music notes? I didn't even realize it.
Well, you did. I had to turn the alligator to go get it. So
Oh, I see. What's I about to say? Oh, I was gonna say I'd be worried if somehow Visnomadic took off and it was like enough that like it would be able to pay for people like to be
Yeah.
working for it like full time or whatever.
I-
Because you've
I-
seen we know like because there's been instances of like things like that happening where you have a group of people like under
Oh,
one
yeah.
channel or company and then things.
It just
you
all
know.
goes up. Well, when it becomes
Yeah.
about the money, right? And that's what's always
Yeah.
scary about it. It's like that's a fear factor for sure. I've
Yeah.
always had that in the back of my mind. And I've had I have a plan in place that like it doesn't need to be talked about because
Everyone gets fired as soon as we make money.
I've always believed in the mindset that there's not a boss's income. Like I've seen work environments where everyone makes the same amount. Like I've never wanted to make more than anybody else. That's never been my goal. I want to just have everybody make enough that like they don't have to work as hard. That would be my plan. And then go from there. But honestly, like Visnomadic is what it's doing right now. Where, like we just have this bank of money, and it just goes to fixing the stuff we need to do what we want to do. That's all the money's for. Like I pay for everything for myself, and then any games or any equipment or any of that stuff just comes from the donations. And I'd like that just like go on a larger scale. What we should have done is just made sure everybody individually each grew themselves, but that's like the marketing mindset of how you would do it. I don't know about that. And that's the thing too, is that every Visna, like I had a survey, and every Visna has a different level of how much they want to commit to this channel. Like, oh, I just want to hang out, or I want it to become something. I don't. I'm just here because you guys are great. Those kind of things. So. There's no way that we could have like a unified idea without doing serious changes that I don't want to do. You know? Oh my god, I agree. I agree, Randy. Is it Randy hour? On the Christmas episode, we're going to be playing Free ZZ Peak on the Christmas episode. Alright, guys.
Look at that picture of Banjo.
Huh? What a game, guys, huh? Wait, can I get that over here?